So quickly, we want to start with activating both sides. जैसे हमने पहले क्या किया था last time? रेनू मैम, आपको रेनू मैम, आपको कुछ पूछना है? आपको याद है last time what activity did we start with? Hello. Who remembers Sai Kriya? Vaishali ma'am. Thank you for keeping your video on. It's nice to see faces. Huh? Yes. Do you remember the last activity, last webinar's activity we did? How did we start? You are on mute. Vaishali ma'am, how did we start?
Yes.
How did we start?
Tap your body.
Yes.
Slowly.
So why do we do these activities at the beginning of a session? Why do we awaken? Yes. What is the purpose? आप लोगों ने feedback में analysis में कुछ लिखा है. Yes. Can you speak up?
Yeah.
क्यों करते हैं ये?
Your muscles activate mind.
So mind, mind and body, yes, but more also left brain and right brain, because with our right hand we tap the left side and left hand से right side को थपथपाया.
Yeah.
So the goal is to make, so ये आपको feedback दे रही हूँ कि आपके
नॉलेज नहीं મળે આજ સુધી મને ગૂગલ મીટ નું નોલેજ છે.
So the goal is, objective is to awaken both sides of the brain. Right brain and left brain, as we know, are to work together to help us learn. We don't want only one sense or talk and chalk. We want to learn with the whole body, with our experience. So today we are going to do a new starter, okay? New energizer. This one, I need your videos on for this. Chalo. 3, 2, videos on. 1. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Okay. So my colleague is going to unka internet abhi aa gaya. So let me introduce to you, where is she? Ajab ma'am. So namaste, मेरा नाम है अनीता और ये मेरी colleague है Dr. Rajab. We are looking forward. Yes, she has not put her audio on, and we are looking forward to conducting this webinar together today. तो पहले हम क्या शुरू करेंगे? अपनी मुट्ठी को ऐसे कीजिए, दोनों, ठीक है? और अभी ये ब्रेन को जगाने वाली एक्टिविटी है, दोनों तरफ के ब्रेन को जगाने वाली एक्टिविटी है. ये मुक्काबाजी नहीं करनी है. हाँ, डोंट थिंक आई एम गोइंग टू आस्क यू टू बॉक्स योर नो. ओके, जब मैम को पिन करेंगे, मैम वेयर आर यू अगेन? हाँ, आई एम गोइंग टू शो. ओके, सो यू हैव टू टेक आउट एक हाथ का अंगूठा, ओके, लेफ्ट हैंड थंब एंड राइट हैंड finger. Okay, so both should be pointed in the same direction. अगर दाईं बाजू है तो ये दोनों दाईं बाजू, और right है तो right. Yes. Now try it with me. 1, left, right, left, right. हाँ, हो सकता है कि नहीं? I'm somebody else. Chalo, chalo. No. Tariq bhaiya. Chalo. Left, right. Fast. Left, right. Dekho, left, right. Ma'am, you can speak, please. Maza aaya?
Yes.
नयन भाई,
Yeah.
आप दिखाइए, लेफ्ट राइट, सॉरी लेफ्ट, हेलो, ओके योर वीडियो इज कम, इंटरनेट खराब है. Who wants to be a volunteer? Kinjal? Yes, Kinjal ma'am? Yes, Manisha ma'am? Parth? मुझे volunteer चाहिए. Who will show this? Left, right, left, okay? Left. No, what am I doing? Left, right, left, right. Yes, Ajab ma'am is doing well. Nayan sir, आप, हाँ, तारिक sir, मास्टरी आई कि नहीं? नहीं, अच्छा अच्छा किया. एक, दूसरी बाजू, दूसरा वाला. हाँ हाँ, other side, yes, left, right, left. You know what, I have a suggestion. Okay, let us try. अभी आप लोग की आंखें खुली है, right? आंखें खोल के हम कर रहे हैं. Supposing we try, है ना, जब हम म्यूजिक भी सुनते हैं तो काफी बार हम आंखें बंद करके ज्यादा एंजॉय करते हैं. ऐसे कितने हैं कि आंखें बंद करके कुछ एंजॉय करते हैं? कितने हैं भैया? Ladies and gentlemen, how many of you can work better with your eyes closed if you're listening with the other senses? So let us try to do this with our eyes closed. Close your eyes and try left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. Okay, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Is it better? Yes, how many? Raise your hands. Yes, Sarik sir, आप ही दिख पाते हैं पहले. हाँ, Parth भाई, did you find it better?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you try and show us once, Mr. Parth? अब बताइए.
क्या मैम?
ये करके दिखाइए. I don't need volume. I just need to see your visual. Can you show us? With your
Ma'am,
eyes closed?
I was not hearing the audio properly. Right now, I have sound was not coming properly.
Pradeep sir, आप देखिए. You can join now. Please keep yourselves on mute. Pradeep sir, can you show us brain gym? This is called brain ka gym. Left, right. Very good. Left, right. Huh. Yes. How fast can you do that? How fast? Yes, not bad. Not bad. Let's clap for him. Yes. Who else wants to go? Raju sir, are you there? Can you put on your video, please, Raju sir? Raju sir, please start your video. Priyanka ma'am, please start your video. Yes, Raju sir. How are you? Very fine.
Yes.
Can you show us this?
Yes, ma'am.
You remember brain gym?
Fine, yes, ma'am.
हाँ, ये brain gym दिखा सकते हो आप? चलो.
Okay, okay.
Left. See, एक हाथ का thumb और दूसरे की little finger. हाँ. Then you put off your video, bhai. What is happening? So why again can somebody tell for the latecomers? हाँ, मैंने पहले समझाया कि ये क्यों करते हैं. कौन समझाएगा? Can somebody explain to the newcomers why we do this activity?
हेलो.
Yes.
हेलो मैम.
Yes. Hello, Dharmesh.
जब हम दोनों हाथ से राइट हैंड से अच्छे मूवमेंट कर सकते हैं और हाथ में ज्यादा दबाव लगता है, और जब हम एक्टिविटी करते हैं तब हमारे माइंड के साथ सोचना पड़ता है हमें कि हम दाएं या बाएं हाथ से करें, तो हमारी जो मूवमेंट है उसमें थोड़ा दिक्कतें आती है।
हाँ, ये
तो उस
क्यों आती है?
तो
तो
हमें
इसलिए हम कौन सा स्किल यूज करते हैं?
हाँ, हमें एकाग्रता के साथ ये एक्टिविटी
हाँ,
करनी पड़ेगी, एकाग्रता चाहिए, और साथ में हमारा जो माइंड है वो उनका कॉन्सेप्ट है वो बनाए रखना पड़ेगा।
मैम
yes, yes, Dharmishta, Vikram. Oops, Pinjal Ben, please mute yourself. Yes, so why we increase our focus and concentration, but here left and right. So why is it difficult for us? That one side thumb and one side finger, then both. So this is
माइंड कॉन्सेंट्रेट
connecting both sides of the brain. And that is why we need to activate both sides of the brain, because they do different, they perform different functions, right? And so हम स्कूल में आते हैं या हमारे बच्चे स्कूल में आते हैं, तो हमें ये चाहिए कि उनकी क्रिएटिविटी भी बढ़े, उनकी थिंकिंग स्किल्स भी बढ़े, उनकी भाषा भी व्यक्त हो सके, भाषा यूज हो सके, और we want them to use logical skills as well as creativity and artistic aesthetic skills. Okay, everybody's happy? Done? So activate हुआ कि नहीं? Now we go to the next part. Okay, there is another brain gym. Okay, I'm going to spotlight myself. ये आप उंगली, एक हाथ की उंगली ऊंची कीजिए and make a sign of infinity. So like this, like this. Make a sign of infinity. एक उंगली से. Sleeping, infinity. Easy? Yes or no? Easy?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now take the other hand.
Yes, ma'am.
Make the sign of infinity. साथ में. Ajab will do. I'm going to spotlight my colleague. Please keep yourself on mute. हाँ, अजब मैम करेगी. Infinity with both the fingers. Both the fingers. Correct? Right. Now you can make larger movements. Screen से भी बाहर जाके पूरा हाथ घुमाइए. अनिल कुमार सर, आपका हाथ नहीं दिख रहा है मुझे. Yes, infinity symbol with both hands. Now stop. Now do opposite. First you were doing clockwise this way. Now you do opposite direction. First you were going down to up. Now you go up to down. Opposite direction. Yes, opposite direction. Now take one finger in one direction and other finger. So एक finger से शुरू करो, पहले एक इस direction में, अभी दूसरी finger दूसरे direction में. Opposite. Can you see me? Can you see me?
नो मैम.
Okay. Okay, opposite.
यस मैम.
ये इधर गया तो ये ऐसे आया. ठीक है? I kept both. Why did you change it? It's okay, now do it. Don't stop. Because Maru बाहर जाए. Opposite. Yeah? You are opposite. No, don't change it. Okay. Now we are going to do, this is called a mirror image. Big movements. Mirror image. First in one direction and other in other direction. Do you find it easy or difficult? Ajam ma'am is finding it difficult. Anna, who wants to show? Yes, Mihir sir. We would love to see you. Yes. Yes.
Charging करवाना है. हाँ.
Yes. Very nice. So we can even do this with the feet. Okay. पहले एक पाँव से infinity figure on the floor. Then दूसरे पाँव से पहले you do first one side, then you do reverse. It's difficult to do 2 feet together, but you can do reverse one side and other side like that. Okay, so why do you think we did this? This is again some kind of, why do you think we did this? Part sir, अभी तो पता चला ना आप पहले से इधर है. Why do you think we did this?
मैम दोनों साइड का ब्रेन एक्टिवेट होता है.
हाँ, yes.
लेफ्ट ब्रेन, राइट ब्रेन.
Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you. Part sir was going to say something.
Yeah.
हाँ जी.
Nothing, ma'am. I was just saying the same
हाँ,
thing.
हाँ. Abhi, before we go on to today's activities, we wanted to share some of the, first we want to thank all those who have submitted the reflection. Can you raise your hands who have submitted the reflection of the last session? Yes, I see. थोड़े हाथ दिखते हैं. Thank you so much. So, we went over the document and saw that most of you have understood the task well. कई थोड़ी समझ में ज़्यादा we can improve or suggest. So, one overall feedback for all of you कि आपने skills बहुत अच्छी तरह पहचानी है. जैसे कहाँ हमारी listening skill use होती है, observation क्या कहाँ करते हैं, memory कहाँ use करते हैं.
मैम
जी
मैम फरजाना मैम,
हाँ.
आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन.
Yes.
मैं कहाँ से मॉड्यूल वो कर सकती हूँ? मॉड्यूल आते हैं, मॉड्यूल 1, मॉड्यूल 2. मैम उसका मुझे पता नहीं चलता है मॉड्यूल का.
आपका मेंटर कौन है? आपके मेंटर कौन है? फरजाना मैम, आपके मेंटर कौन है?
इतने प्रिंसिपल का
नहीं, हमारे EMRS की तरफ से मेंटर कौन है? ओके, राइट हर नेम. वी विल, आप कांटेक्ट करना वेबिनार के बाद.
ओके मैम.
ओके, आपके मेंटर के द्वारा जाना है. मेंटर
ओके
ग्रुप में है कि नहीं? आप उनके द्वारा जाओ, मेंटर आपका प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करेंगे.
मैम नहीं हूँ ग्रुप में, मेंटर ग्रुप में नहीं हूँ मैं.
Okay, thank you. So my question to you have my feedback to you that आपने communication कहाँ होता है अच्छा, team work कहाँ होता है, all these observations and analysis. Please mute yourselves. It's very disturbing. Also, आपने जो activities के वीडियो भेजे छोटे छोटे, वो क्लिप्स भी बहुत अच्छी थी, क्योंकि हम भी देख सकते हैं कि आपकी स्कूल कहाँ है, आप कैसे क्लास आपके बच्चों के साथ लेते हो, कितना मजा आता है. उनको देख के बहुत अच्छा लगा that how joyful activities are already being done. You see, हम क्या add करना चाहते हैं, that when you do an activity with the body and with full participation and interest of students, इसको पढ़ाई के साथ कैसे जुड़ सकते हैं, उसमें से कंसेप्ट कैसे निकाल सकते हैं. आप सबको याद होगा कि हमारी पेपर प्लेन उड़ाने वाली एक्टिविटी थी कि नहीं? तो पेपर प्लेन हमने उड़ाने की मजा को लर्निंग में कैसे ट्रांसफर किया, आगे कैसे कनेक्ट किया. Does somebody want to say? Does somebody want to say? Yes?
हेलो मैम.
Yes, would somebody like to share how the activity, Sonam ma'am, how are
Yes,
you?
ma'am.
Hi, ma'am.
आपने-
Good.
You have written the analysis very well, right? You have written the analysis. So when we flew a paper plane, how was it connected to the bird, chidiya ud? What was the learning? Do you have it? Can I show? Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
आपके पास है? My colleague will share. Anybody, just we will share some reflection. So we saw that children are already learning in a very meaningful way, but we want to add to it by relating it to their body and their real life experiences. We hope that all the activities you will see in these webinars, you are going to include in your day-to-day activities, in your class. Let me share some. Whose is this? Raju Parmar. Okay, so this is Mr. Raju Parmar's analysis. Can you see? Have you been seeing each other's? So here he has shown why we keep why we do Kriya Yoga, right?
Excuse me,
And-
ma'am.
Sorry?
It's my presentation. I am Ruju Modi.
Okay, say Ruchu Modi, how it is. Okay, my mistake. My
So
mistake.
it's okay, ma'am.
So you must label it properly. I don't know how it has happened. No problem. So here, yes, yoga helps in creating. So this is Kriya Yoga and how it is to. So how में आपको instruction लिखना है. That how shows how did we do it. But you
Ma'am,
have
we
written
are-
also why, that to keep our body fresh, energized, and awakened, that comes in why. Do you understand? Thoda
Yes,
difference.
ma'am.
hai. Okay? Try
Okay,
to.
okay, yes,
So, Chidiya, here you have written very accurately that make a group of students, engage them in a game that they used to play in their childhood. They were asked to raise hands when you name an object which can fly. And they are not supposed to raise their hand if the named object does not fly. You must
Yes.
write complete instruction.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Then why? So why may to check presence of mind and concentration of students. Correct. What else will you add? Why did we add this concentration activity? So to learn what? Excellent. Excellent. To help students to identify objects that do fly and that don't fly. ठीक है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
Then draw things that fly. So take a pen and draw shapes of objects on a paper to encourage creativity, put their imagination. Very good. And to recall previous knowledge. So इसके लिए मैं वो yellow अपना model है ना, EL model, okay? आपके unit में TISX unit में we have an infograph. Okay, here we are sharing it. You all have seen it earlier.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Ajab ma'am. So at the bottom, do you see the starter activity?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So all of you, please note it. Starter activity was वो अपना क्रिया योग के brain gym ये starter activity हो सकती है. Energizer के नाम से बुला सकते हैं. Ice breaker के नाम से बुला सकते हैं. They are all little different. Some are for group bonding. Some are for waking up the body. And some of them are a starter to connect to what we are going to learn. So after that activity, ये जो चिड़िया उड़ है ना, वो number 1 पे है, expressing notion. So ये चिड़िया उड़ is an experience of the world. कि बचपन में मैंने क्या खेला था, कौन सी गेम थी, उसमें I am connecting it to birds and flying objects. इसके बाद आया number 2. Do you remember we gave immediate feedback? Right? We have a little discussion like we are having right now. हम
Yes.
अभी भी डिस्कस कर रहे हैं ना कि हमने ये क्यों किया. That is called immediate feedback. और इसका what do you call it? Reason, वजह क्या है? The reason for doing that is to facilitate, to help conversation between students to make meaning of what we have done. Then gather information of the topic. Ajay ma'am, can you change the slide? So gather information of the topic, explore and research. Then we get feedback. Then we create something. So in this, let us go to the next part. ये webinar में थोड़ा हमने ये कम किया. Gather information about planes नहीं किया. You can show the the analysis again. हाँ, that one. So हमने draw things that can fly. वो हमारा prior notion है. हम जानना चाहते हैं कि क्या मालूम है आपको? How many things do you know? Supposing somebody has drawn a drone, then we know that, wow, our children have exposure of modern technology. Right? Right, ma'am? Ruju ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So this is called, to take prior notion, we have added a little bit more, and then we have asked them to share with each other. So that is one way of doing research. रिसर्च हर एक बार लाइब्रेरी या कंप्यूटर या वेब सर्च से नहीं होती है, हम एक दूसरे को पूछ के भी तो बता सकते हैं ना. So
Yes,
at
ma'am.
different times in the activity, in your lesson, in our learning journey, we learn from different sources. We want us to keep in mind that there is peer-to-peer learning, resources like newspaper, internet, websites on the internet, as well as books, library, parents, experts, field trip. कई जगह ये आ सकता है हमारा as an activity to do research. ठीक है,
Yes, ma'am.
बाहर जाके हम पेड़ पौधों को देखते हैं, तभी भी हम कुछ रिसर्च उसमें से निकाल के उसका डिस्कशन करके, then the next activity is the learning one, learning the concept of classification. So ये भी आपने ठीक तरह से किया कि the how is explained properly, and this will help students to know that classification can be done keeping so many different things in mind, and it will
Yes, ma'am.
create curiosity that whether they, so हम एक दूसरे से सीखते हैं और not कि टीचर चौक से लिखता है, तो we learn from, we want to know ना कि मेरा सच है, आपका सच है, मेरा कितना सच है, मेरा
Yes, ma'am.
आपने क्या लिखा. So this is all very well analyzed. And last, now I'm taking up a lot of time, sorry. Then this is in the part where they create. Okay, so make paper plain and record data. Here we are in the action plan. Again, I will show you our EL model. Okay, ये कौन सा part है पता है? आपने ये unit 1 में देखा होगा. So here,
ma'am.
when they make a paper plane, fly it and collect data, they are in number, which number? Who wants to
Fifth,
share?
ma'am.
Huh?
Fifth,
5 number.
Yes, yes, very good. They're in number 5. They create something to consolidate their knowledge on the topic gained in previous activities. थोड़ा आगे किया था चिड़िया उड़ और ये classification, अभी plane बना के उड़ाते हैं और again they collect data. So it's a little bit of research, little bit of action, and then interpretation. So again, 6 is feedback. If you see 2, 4, 6, 8 are all feedback, because we want के अगर कुछ करे तो उसका what do you call that, mindful reflection analysis करे, ठीक है, to realize their learning and make new connections, ठीक है. Yes, and after that reflection. Okay, thank you. So now today you be ready, okay, all of you. Hello Sunil sir, I hope we have a good attendance and all of you are here. Okay, कई लोग last time नहीं आ पाए थे, so we hope that you enjoy this session as well. We are going to show you, which is again on the unit platform, TISX platform पे है, एक mind map है, ठीक है, project mind map. आपने देखा है mind map, देखा है how to do a project? So we are going to show you a film of how to do a project. Sorry. Film. उस फिल्म में अंजू मैम बात कर रहे हैं कि अगर as you see a project is something where we do something, okay, is a, sorry Renu ma'am, a project is made up of a sequence of activities which culminate, which result in creating something. कुछ बनता है इसमें. So यहाँ अंजू मैम ने एक बहुत सिंपल सी चीज का प्रोजेक्ट बनाया है. हम सब चाय कॉफी नींबू पानी पीते हैं, हाँ कि ना?
Yes.
चाय कॉफी नींबू पानी, ठीक है. So you can make a mini project of making a cup of tea, a good cup of tea, ठीक है. और उसके जो स्टेप्स है इसके द्वारा हम शेयर करना चाहते हैं कि कैसे, it is not that making a cup of tea is a whole project. It's one part to show you how it can have so many aspects which you will use in planning your project. ठीक है? So ये वीडियो हम मेरी कलीग चालू कर रही है. ठीक है? I will put my volume off. एक अच्छे प्रोजेक्ट में क्या क्या होना चाहिए आपकी तरफ से?
Project planning.
Okay, yes. So this is the mind map we can share with you right now, और हम फिल्म उसमें YouTube लिंक भेज देंगे. So ये mind map में planning आता है number 3. लेकिन इसके पहले क्या आता है? That preconceived
Initial.
notion. हाँ,
Initial
right,
representation.
representation. मतलब क्या? कि if it is making a good cup of tea, then what do we know about how to make a cup of tea? What is tea? क्यों पीते हैं? Purpose, right? Why do we need to have tea? So this is the first reason. Every project should have a purpose. The children or any learner wants to know, okay, हम ये क्यों कर रहे हैं भाई? Right? So that after that is decided, then research, okay? Renu ma'am, please mute yourself, Renu ma'am. Yes. So after that, we're going to research. That, can you read this? Yes. You will, can you highlight, can you go closer into this and bring it up, make it bigger? Real data. Can you see the research part? No. So,
Just trying.
so initial representation, now research, number 2. Yeah. उनको बोलो ना.
Is someone who already has the video and that person is helping me. Research.
Yes. So in research, as I said, it's too big. It's not, it's blurry. थोड़ू कर मुट्टू कर. That health, it can be done through surveys, field trips, meeting experts, internet, books, like I just shared. So what would you research about tea, right? Keep on moving it, please. Yeah. And there we see the subject links. Okay, when they're doing research, they're reading, they're making questions, they are conducting interviews, listening, report writing. So there they use language. Sometimes they use their IT skills when they work with web resources. They make PPTs. ये सब आपके बच्चे तो कर रहे होंगे. Then in research, they can also look at health benefits. Green tea होती है, herbal tea होती है. So there are so many types of trees. So why do we drink tea and how is it helpful to us? There's a biology link. So what we are saying that a good project has to have at least 2 subjects, okay? आज के webinar के बाद आपको इस पे ध्यान देना है. आपको lesson plan बनाएंगे आप इस आज के webinar के बाद, जिसमें आप एक ऐसी activity लोगे जिसमें आप कुछ बनाएंगे या organize करेंगे या बनाएंगे, okay? And take one small part of it and try to link at least 2 subjects. So health है, फिर types of tea में आप देख सकते हैं कि history के पहले चाय कहाँ बनी, why in China, what was the story behind it, are there mythological connections? Then chemistry, what is the pH value, acidity क्यों कई लोगों को होती है? So there is chemistry, geography, where in the world are different kinds of teas consumed, economics, price of a cup of tea, चाय वाला अपने कितना पैसा बनाता है, एक दिन में कितनी चाय बनती है. You see, do you realize how interesting we can make one activity, जैसे चाय का कप बनाने का, इसमें कितनी सारी पढ़ाई की links है, वो देख सकते हैं आप. I would love a response. Yes, thank you, Sonam. Then, as ma'am said, planning होता है. We can zoom in a little bit on the plan. But thoda hi, because it becomes blurred. In planning, yes, thank you. So plan क्या करना है? कि ये सब culture and folk tales, ये plan है, ये करना है कि आपको actually एक कप चाय बनानी है. या आप ऐसे प्लान कर सकते हैं कि हमारे स्कूल में 50 टीचर है, 50 कप चाय बच्चे बना के देंगे. So they have to have an action plan. What is the action plan? भाई मेकिंग, तो हाउ मेनी कप्स यू वांट टू मेक, कौन से बर्तन में करेंगे, कितना कॉस्ट आएगा, क्या इंग्रेडिएंट्स चाहिए, एक कप बना के देखनी है कि कैसे उसकी रेसिपी क्या है, कड़क मीठी चाहिए कि बिना शुगर की चाहिए। फिर जगह कहाँ तय करनी है, दैट वेयर इन माय स्कूल विल आई मेक अ कप ऑफ टी, लाइक दैट। 2 minutes, ओके। इसमें भी है ना सिंपल मशीन, मैथ्स और लैंग्वेज साइंसेस कनेक्शन देखा। फिर एक्शन होगा, द लैंग्वेज यूज, फीडबैक कैसी बनी, बना के बेचनी है शायद, तो बेच भी सकते हैं। हमारा वीडियो चालू हो गया तो द लास्ट बिट यू कैन हियर फ्रॉम द वीडियो, राइट। बट एज यू सी प्लान ऑफ एक्शन, फिर ये जो सब प्लान करते हैं ना वही एक्शन भी करते हैं। इट मे बी अ रिपीट बट यू विल डू इट। When it starts, I will be off. Okay. And after that is reflection, कि हमने क्या सीखा, क्या अच्छा किया, किसमें घोटाला हुआ, क्यों घोटाला हुआ, ग्रुप वर्क कैसा हुआ, कोलैबोरेशन कैसा हुआ, टीम वर्क कैसा हुआ, राइट। हाँ, so these are the steps. Now you will have to फ्लैश बंद करो। How many steps were there, आप बता सकते हैं? कौन बताएगा? कितने स्टेप्स थे?
5 steps, ma'am.
Yes. So we would like you to observe and keep in mind yehi steps and plan your own project, okay? And Ajab ma'am is showing the video. It's about 7-8 minutes. Itna lamba nahi hai. That's why.
In Ahmedabad. Namaste, I'm Anju Shazdu, and in this tutorial I shall be sharing some examples of projects that we do at the Mahatma Gandhi International School in Ahmedabad. I shall take you through the processes of mapping the whole project, so let's get started. The first important thing is that projects must be relevant. They must have a purpose, and this must be linked to the child's life context. At our school, children learn by doing real-life projects, such as running the cafeteria for a day. They calculate quantities, they make purchases, they make the food themselves, they manage the accounts, they calculate the profit and loss, and then they learn about their own health. By doing this, many competencies in maths, languages, science, and technology are easily covered. Or they make films, for example, on social issues, and by scripting, storyboarding, filming, editing, they learn languages, social sciences, technology, sound and light in physics, etc. And of course, so many real life skills such as observation, collaboration, communication, organization, critical thinking, etc. are naturally integrated. A good example here of a relevant project is that of waste management solutions. Here you can see children bringing packet others. Now here is a mapping of a project. The different branches depict creating posters or awareness campaigns for that. It symbolizes so many things in so many different cultures. So let us look at all the stages in making a cup of tea. The first thing is the title itself. It is important that the title itself consists of an action word. And here the action word is making. Making a good cup of tea. Not just a cup of tea, which would make it a topic. So the first step or the first stage in the mapping is to allow children to express their prior learning or their prior notions. Children may have some idea about the topic that they're learning or the project they're going to be doing. They may have misconceptions, they may have prejudices. So it's important that by different means we allow children to express this. Now, how can they do that? Well, children can express their prior ideas in a variety of ways, such as doing a little role play or mime of drinking tea. And from this, the teacher and the group gets feedback about what the child knows. This is also an important step that establishes the purpose of the project. Why is this project so important to learn? children themselves realize the purpose or the importance of what they're going to be doing. So therefore, part of this first stage is the purpose, which is for what and why. Now let us go to step 2. This consists of doing research by the children on the topic or object of exploration. For doing this, children are going to be collecting real data from the surroundings as part of the research. They conduct surveys, they go on field trips, they interview experts, they read books, they use the internet, and so on. As part of this step, they will need to conduct a survey to find out, let's say, who all like to drink tea, which kind of teas are available in the market. Obviously, they will have to write their questions and know how to conduct interviews. This gives teachers opportunities to teach and build on language and communication skills, and also creates occasion to integrate local languages. Interviews with experts and use of internet would also bring in some basic IT skills. Children will also have opportunities to learn about the health benefits of tea or even the ill effects of too much tea. Depending on the age group, of course, they can explore different kinds of tea and its effects on health. In doing so, it of course means that many competencies that are related to subjects such as biology or nutrition can be integrated here. And it can also be chemistry, on looking at how do things interact in terms of boiling or interacting with your body, etc. They may have to find out that there are many different kinds of tea. And in doing so, competencies from different subjects can be covered while exploring the origins of tea, the properties of tea, the economics of it, etc. Similarly, many components related to culture can be included, since tea drinking is different in different cultures. So languages around stories around tea can also be done. So you're bringing in culture through folk tales and stories, you're bringing in chemistry, let's say the pH balance of water, how does that change? You bring in geography through where is the tea grown, you bring in economics and history, etc. Now let's go to the third stage. The third stage is a plan of action, because children now need to plan how are they going to be making the cup of tea. In the making of the tea now, they would have to think about the cost. Obviously, when they're deciding to do that, they will have a lot of mathematical competencies, which may be proportions and measures and calculations which are going to come in. Similarly, they will have to know about utensils. They may have to know about simple machines when they're using in the kitchen. They would have to know about ingredients. And when they know about ingredients, they would have to then think about making a prototype of tea or whatever it is that they're making, and then of course taking feedback from a public on their prototype. They'll also have to think about time management, about space, etc. So in these processes, many competencies linked to languages and science will come in. The fourth stage is the action itself. For doing this, they're going to be making the tea, and they will need to take feedback from the people who are consuming tea, which means that they will have to conduct a survey. Again, here, a lot of competencies of language can be very naturally integrated. A lot of life skills will come in because they're actually doing things. So you will have management skills, you'll have critical thinking, you'll have creativity. Maybe they're going to be designing posters or creating menus, etc. And the fifth stage is an important stage because this is reflection. Now, experiential learning without reflection doesn't really help much, because it is only when you begin to go into cognition, metacognition, when you begin to reflect on what you learned, how did you learn it, and why did you learn it, that really the learning becomes very meaningful for the children. So here the reflection process can be written or it can be oral through different ways of feedback or filmed portfolios or just sharing of experiences. It can be discussions and exchanges. So here now you can see all the 5 stages of the mapping process, which means that you have your first stage, which is initial representations or the preconceived notions that children have. The stage 2 is research, the stage 3 is plan of action, the 4th is the action itself, and the 5th is reflection. Now, the second stage will be the mapping of the competencies which are related to your own subject area and which are given by your board. Now, this is very important. As you can see,
आप सबको समझ आई? आई नो थोड़ा वॉल्यूम कम था. आई होप कि आप सुन पाए. ठीक है, यूट्यूब लिंक आपको मिलेगी जहां आप पूरा वीडियो देख पाएंगे. तो मुझे एक थोड़ा आपको रिकॉल करवाना है. आप जैसे बोले कि कितने स्टेप्स है, वैसे बीच वाले में क्या लिखा था? व्हाट वाज रिटन इन द मिडल ऑफ द माइंड मैप? इसको माइंड मैप बोलते हैं. व्हाट वाज रिटन इन द मिडल? उर्मिला मैन, yes, what was written in the middle?
मैम वीडियो का वॉल्यूम
आपने
इसलिए ज्यादा सुनाई भी नहीं दिया मुझे.
देखा क्या मैं पूछ रही हूँ? आंखें तो ठीक है ना? What did you see in the middle?
Plan of action.
Middle, बीच में. हेलो.
आपने टी की बात की थी मैम.
हाँ, तो मिडिल में था
टी कैसे बनाने हैं.
yes,
और टी बनाने पहले उसकी पूर्व योजना यानी कि आयोजन करना पड़ता है. और टी बनाने में कौन कौन सी चीजों की जरूरत होती है,
yes.
उनकी सूची बनाना.
हेलो, एक क्वेश्चन था पूरी.
उनके कौन सी सामग्री की तैयारी करनी पड़ेगी.
Thank you. Okay. Now, one, that if you were to tell me what is the difference between activity or project? अंतर क्या है? Activity और project में क्या फर्क है? What is the difference between activity and a project?
Yes, activity को हम करते हैं और जो करके हम सीखते हैं फिर उससे हम project बनाते हैं.
So isn't a project active?
Yes.
So then what is the difference? Both are active. You can learn from an activity. You can also learn from a project.
But मैम जो हम activity से learn करते हैं वो हमारे mind में हमेशा के लिए रहता है.
Okay.
और जो हम project से learn करते हैं वो one time देख करके हमें restore तो कर सकते हैं mind में, but लेकिन वो lifetime नहीं चलता है.
अच्छा. So let me tell you that a project is made of lots of activities. And each activity helps us to learn. Like you played Chidiya Oud, you flew a paper plane. All the activities in a project are learning experiences. They help us to learn. So my colleague is going to share her screen. और आप पढ़ सकते हैं उधर. And this is also in Anju ma'am's video. आप YouTube link पे please देख लेना. So ये share कर रहे हैं अपना difference between here. So an activity is instant. अभी ना अभी चलो ये करते हैं. And it is based on instruction के हाथ ऊंचा करो, पाँव ये करो, थप थपाओ, like that. While a project is long term and many stages are there. हमने देखा ना 5 stages. And there are objectives which are planned okay, at the end, and in each process there is some objective that is met and outcomes are anticipated. The processes are mapped, and so mapping के हिसाब से, planning के हिसाब से project होता है. While activity तो शायद मन हो गया तो दिवाली है तो चलो हम ये रंगोली बनाते हैं तो वो activity हो गई. Project में रंगोली बना सकते हैं, but रंगोली बनाना वो project नहीं हो सकता है. Understand the difference. An activity is part of a project, but a project cannot be inside one activity. A little bit, right? It has to have lots of connections. Can I see it again? I have not read the second part. There is also an example of role play. Role play एक activity हो सकता है to check prior learning. But if you want to make it into a project, तो role play का पूरा एक नाट्य वो परफॉर्मेंस होना चाहिए, थिएटर. और इसके अंदर बहुत सी चीज, हिस्ट्री ऑफ थिएटर, जैसे हिस्ट्री ऑफ टी है, टाइप्स ऑफ थिएटर, इतना सारा बजट, लाइटिंग, साउंड, जिसके अंदर काफी चीजें दूसरे सब्जेक्ट का मिलन होना चाहिए, उसका कनेक्शन होना चाहिए. ओके, नेक्स्ट. I hope you understand, because now you are going to be in breakout rooms, or you have to think of a project and you have to map a project. Okay, ma'am is going to show you another example, little more. Yes, after you do a project, or in a project, there are things like survey, making a plan, collaborating. While activity can just be write a report. है ना, हमने इंटरव्यू किया या विजिट की, फील्ड ट्रिप किया, इसका रिपोर्ट लिखो, तो वो एक एक्टिविटी बन जाती है, वो प्रोजेक्ट नहीं. व्हाट इज अ हेल्दी डाइट, उसका रिसर्च करके चार्ट पेपर पे पोस्टर बनाओ, इट्स एन एक्टिविटी. while making a dish, choosing it, preparing it, finding the cost, है ना. So now, yes, thank you for sharing. I hope there is some more clarity between difference between an activity and a project. Now we are going to put you in breakout room. Okay, हमारी एक बिल्कुल बहुत सी वो दरख्वास्त है कि आप अपना वीडियो ऑन करके आपके कलीग्स के साथ, पीयर ग्रुप के साथ, यू विल वर्क टुगेदर, डिस्कस. आपको क्या प्रोजेक्ट अगर करना हो, who will tell me one idea of what project you can do. आपने समझ लिया, खुशबू मैम, थैंक यू, ममता मैम, Chetna, and all the girls are more daring, huh? Boys, you are not putting on your videos. What is happening? Girls are so daring. आजकल की महिला की बात ना हो. Thank you. Boys are falling behind. I'm sorry, gender bias है मेरा. Yes. So who will tell me what kind of projects can we do? Thank you, sir. Thank you, sirs. Yes, Ruju. Can you suggest? Okay. Can you suggest an idea, name of a good project?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Basically, when I joined the school, I already wished to make a botanical garden, something type.
फोटो लेना में, हाँ, अच्छा,
So
lovely.
there are so many trees and plants potted in my school, but the students didn't know the names,
Very
their scientific name and that all. So I wish that they will pluck it that flower or a plant, and they will give name to that plant, so
so,
they can remember their botanical name, that
ma'am,
original name and all. Then
I'm interrupting you. कि
yes,
इस activity को project में कैसे, how will you change this activity? Because to pluck a leaf, paste it on a paper, make a report, and identify the scientific name is a fantastic activity.
yes, ma'am.
How will it become a project जिसमें 2-3 subject का सम्मेलन हो, processes
Ma'am,
हो, research हो,
they
बनाए.
will make use of technology, so I can connect it with the computer sciences, that they will search on the net.
Create, no problem. Create after it. Maybe, so can I give an idea? Like botanical garden है, शायद Ayurvedic garden बनाए, उसमें they can take out some herbal Ayurvedic herbs and do research about how they are used in medication. Like COVID
Yes,
हो,
ma'am.
सर्दी में तुलसी क्यों लेते हैं? So they connect it to health and well-being also, right? And
Yes,
to
ma'am.
and then maybe they can create some, I don't say, some form of like brochure, design some product in which वो brochure बना सकते हैं, chart बना सकते हैं, और या awareness में role play कर सकते हैं कि मैं तुलसी हूँ, तुलसी हूँ. Everybody takes up one Ayurvedic वो and does some role play with it or performance with it, where you present all the plants in the animal, in the living kingdom.
Yes, ma'am.
So it becomes bigger, long term, with many.
They can do, ma'am, also the role play for the importance.
I can't hear you. So
Ma'am, they can also. Okay.
yes.
I was telling that they can also do for the role play for the importance of for different plants and trees. They know.
Yes, definitely. So, but you know the difference ना between a activity and project. अगर मैं
Yes,
आपको
ma'am.
पूछूं तो आप इसका mind map बना सकते हैं 5 step. You choose a
I
project.
will.
Creating a kitchen garden हो सकता है. फिर they can making a solar cooker.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am. I will definitely try.
creating awareness of pollution. आपके जो भी subject है, interest है, कोई मेला, कोई किसी तरह का मेला, cultural, link to history, link to culture, link to maths, okay, link to objects and design. So I'm going to put you in groups. You have 15 minutes to plan, 15 minutes to plan a project. Mapping, okay, and you will share your ideas and nominate one person. One person will present it. आप वापस आओगे और ये आपका project का plan, idea share करेंगे. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, can I help?
हेलो.
आपने कुछ project सोचा?
यस मैम.
कोई help चाहिए? कौन सा project है?
मैम, हमने ऐसा प्रोजेक्ट सिलेक्ट किया है कि अपने इंडिया के डिफरेंट स्टेट उसकी फूड आइटम,
हाँ
वहाँ ज्यादा कौन सा क्रॉप होता है,
हाँ
वहाँ का कल्चर क्या पहनते हैं,
हाँ
फिर
हाँ.
बारिश बरसात.
ये सब एक्टिविटी है, ये एक्टिविटी है, बहुत अच्छी एक्टिविटी है. ये
हाँ.
हम क्यों करेंगे? रिमेम्बर, कोई भी प्रोजेक्ट करने की वजह होती है. जैसे
Yes, ma'am.
इनिशियल रिप्रेजेंटेशन में पर्पस है, राइट, कि चाय
Yes, ma'am.
बनानी है तो भाई चाय बनानी है, क्यों बनानी है, मुझे क्यों पसंद है, मुझे क्यों 4 बजते हैं तो हम चाय क्यों याद करते हैं, ठीक है ना?
यस मैम.
So what is your purpose for doing this India things? क्यों?
मैम, अपने भारत के सब स्टेट के बारे में जान सकेंगे.
But
Wow,
that is
me-
for knowledge. But why is that knowledge important? क्यों जानना चाहिए मुझे?
अपने भारत में रहते हैं तो हमको मालूम.
I know. नहीं. बच्चे को ये नहीं. बच्चों का तो सबका काम है. नहीं. What I'm saying, you can room 2. Can you go to room 2? So the one reason can be that हम ये त्योहार इतने मनाते हैं, तो maybe one reason can be that why do we celebrate? अब बता त्योहारों के मावे है ना? What is the reason? Why do we need to celebrate? And therefore we are going to explore the differences in culture and the differences in the reason. So we can make a brochure to show multicultural India, secular India, कि हमारी इंडिया की डाइवर्सिटी तो देखो. And there we are creating an awareness that everybody has some fasting होता है, हर एक को कुछ बिलीफ होती है, कई कस्टम्स होते हैं, कई बर्थडे होती है अपने भगवान की, या किसी की भी किसने दिन मनाए जा रहे हैं. So it is a larger picture. એની અંદર તમે પછી આ બધું કરજો. Okay?
Okay.
Just choose one which is simple. And what would be the project? Like making a booklet about, making a brochure of diversity of India, like
Yes.
something like that, or making a fair. एक मेड़ो रखो. In that they can prepare food. You understand? Yes. मेड़ो, organizing a fair.
Yes, ma'am.
मेला तो होता है तो बच्चों के पास से पढ़ा के क्यों नहीं? स्टॉल की स्पेस तो मैथ्स आ जाएगा. हमारे पास इतना ग्राउंड है, बराबर, कितने स्टेट है, हर एक स्टेट को कितनी जगह दोगे, ठीक है ना? So you include maths also, like that, right? Geography, history, language, math, design, planning, event management. Yes.
એન્જલ મેમ,
हाँ,
આપણે જેટલા પણ પોઈન્ટ આપ્યા છે એ પોઈન્ટ વાઇઝ આપણે જોવું પડશે, તો ડેટા આપણે જે છે એ પણ રેકોર્ડ કરવા પડશે.
sir, हर एक जना यहाँ गुजराती बोलता है?
Yes.
We are from Gujarat, ma'am. EMRS Ahwa. So that is why we were discussing in
There
Gujarati.
is a visitor here, isn't there? There is
No,
a
we.
visitor.
Yes, I was actually trying to comprehend Gujarati
Thank you.
right now.
Thank you. No, you must observe now. There is a learning fields person. Yes, she is not from Gujarat. So, do you speak
Okay,
Hindi?
okay, okay.
Do you speak Hindi, ma'am?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yes.
हाँ जी,
Hindi,
I
English,
speak.
both.
तो फिर आप हिंदी में बोलिए. Okay, thank you.
वैसे भी उनका अलग कर सकते हैं, जैसे कि कौन से वो सब्जियां, मतलब के सारे जो हमारे वेजिटेबल्स है उसको एक तरफ कर देंगे, फिर मेडिसिनल हर्ब्स है उसको एक तरफ से हम लोग ग्रो करेंगे, तो उनका भी कैसा पार्टीशन बना देंगे. फिर फ्लावरिंग प्लांट्स, नॉन फ्लावरिंग प्लांट्स, ऐसे भी हम लोग उनको अलग कर सकते हैं. फिर किसके अंदर हम वो क्या बोल सकते हैं, वो मैच्योरेशन
Can I interrupt?
म्यूटेशन ला सकते हैं.
Ruju ma'am, when you are planning these activities, are you keeping in mind the model of the experiential learning, the sequences? First starter क्या होगा जैसे, right? The model. So ये जो mind map भी है, हमने दो infogram, means दो graphic organizers दिखाए, right? एक था sequence of activity, दूसरा था mind map के purpose क्या है, research क्या
we have to connect both the things.
Yes.
No,
make this project possible.
listen, wait a minute. Don't jump to conclusions. The first one was to plan the individual activities, how they come. That is also a good model and a good way to organize. Right now, we are arranging in a mind map. So first one, the purpose and prior notion.
Initial representation.
जी. Second one, research क्या करेंगे, plan करेंगे. इसके नीचे आना चाहिए. The heading is there. Planning क्या करेंगे, action क्या करेंगे, and reflection. What is the reflection? Overall, if you do 3, and there you can look at which subjects. Economics is there, you're counting cost of something, space, maths. Try to stick to that format. Thank you.
Thank you.
5 more minutes. कैसे चल रहा है? Are you doing fine? Any questions? Are you making a mind map? Are you making a mind map?
Yes.
What is the title of the project?
Environment.
Hello.
Hello.
Environment is the topic. What are you making? Making a cup of tea. Remember? भूल गए ना? आज की बार निकलेंगे. Yes, it happens. So, environment, whatever they are going to do, that activity, if it is a small activity, means it's only activity. But if it's a project, it has to be long term. They have to do over a period of time. शायद 1 महीना, शायद 10 क्लास, 5 क्लास, जिसके अंत में वो कुछ प्रेजेंट करेंगे. जैसे एनवायरनमेंट में आपका आइडिया क्या है, मुझे बताइए. गिव मी वन आइडिया सर. यस सर. पार्थ.
सबसे पहले तो मैम हम डिफरेंट प्लेसेस के डेटा कलेक्ट करेंगे.
नहीं, टाइटल व्हाट इज योर टाइटल, मींस व्हाट इज द प्रोजेक्ट अबाउट, किसके बारे में?
अबाउट एनवायरनमेंट वी हैव डिसाइडेड.
इन एनवायरनमेंट व्हाट इज इट अबाउट सर? Means is it about pollution आजकल की हालत? Is it like problems in issues in a city या village, या प्रदूषण जैसे होता है ना कि problem of pollution. I want to create awareness कि भाई प्लास्टिक मत यूज करो, या धुआं क्यों होता है जलाने की वो जो. So it has to have a purpose sir. या making a compost pit, शायद आप recycle waste करना चाहते हो, समझे?
Yeah.
Am I making sense? You choose one thing, sir. Okay?
Only
You need to decide. अगर waste का है कि waste, ये वेस्ट हमारे घर में से कचरा कितना निकलता है, तो आई विल क्लासिफाई डिफरेंट वेस्ट, और फिर जो अच्छा जो बायोडिग्रेडेबल है उसका हम कंपोस्ट पिट करेंगे, रीयूज करेंगे या रिसाइकल करते हैं. So it is that can be a project to implement the 4 hours, what hours? Reuse, recycle, 4 hours तो पता है ना आपको?
Yes.
तो ऐसे
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
जी उसका एक कैंपेन, तो वो भवई ने स्ट्रीट प्ले ये बिठाए के चलो 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 प्लास्टिक आपो, you know what I mean? You understand? There will be drama, language, भवई, dance form, or whatever, rangulo, rangli, you know what I mean?
Art and craft.
Yeah, art and craft, poster. But idea is environment is the idea. It is not the project, sir or ma'am. Project is to create awareness about 4 hours. To reduce pollution. हमारा पर्पस क्या है कि बहुत प्रदूषण हो गया है, ठीक है ना, तो हम उसको कम करना चाहते हैं. तो बच्चे चलो आपके गांव में, आपके शहर में क्या कर सकते हैं, तो कैंपेन बोलते हैं ना, जैसे इलेक्शन कैंपेन. नाउ यू प्लान, ठीक है. I am shouting too much. No, because they are not speaking, I am talking loudly.
ગ્રુપ 5 માં એન્ટર થઈ, બધા જ મ્યુટ કરીને બેઠા છે.
હું 5 માં હતી, આ 5 હતું.
મેં મેસેજ કર્યો લોકોને કે પહેલા તમારા પહેલા હું ખેલી જઈને જોઉં છું કે કોણ ઓન છે, શું છે, શું નહીં થાય. બધા ગ્રુપ 5 બધા ઓફ કરીને બેઠા હતા. પછી એટલે આ એન્વાયરમેન્ટ વાળું જસ્ટ સ્ટાર્ટ થયું હશે. તમારા પહેલા હું ત્યાંથી જ નીકળી.
ઓકે ઓકે. આ ઉર્મિલા રાઠવા
હમણાં જે જોઈન થયા, પાછું એમને ઇન્ટરનેટનો બહુ પ્રોબ્લેમ છે. સ્ટાર્ટિંગ થી આવે છે જાય છે બિચારા બેન.
Can I now invite you to present to the group? हम बात कर सकते हैं. So what is the title? I just want to know. Project का title.
From our title, we are in 5 to 6 members in our team. So the subject is how to save water.
So project का title है saving water. How to save water?
How to save water.
So project is a
Water.
question. Nah, hello. It's a title.
Okay.
No. Water is a topic. No. Wait. Finding ways to save water in our society, in our community.
How to save water in our school.
Finding ways. The project का title हमेशा 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 एक्शन वर्ड होना चाहिए. हम कुछ करने वाले हैं, तो प्रोजेक्ट का टाइटल प्रश्न नहीं होना चाहिए, समझे? बट इट कैन आंसर अ क्वेश्चन. यू आर राइट, वी हैव टू थिंक. सो द प्रश्न मन में रखना चाहिए. दैट इज योर पर्पस, नंबर 1. और इनिशियल रिप्रेजेंटेशन क्या हो सकता है? इनिशियल रिप्रेजेंटेशन क्या हो सकता है? यस मैम.
एक्चुअली वाटर स्टोरेशन का हम लोगों का प्रोजेक्ट का प्लान है. So in that water storation, we can go with the means by restoring the tanks and the rainwater harvesting project. Then another one is the means how to save the means stop the wastage of waters, and how to means recycle the waters also, and how to make the recycle water plants also. So to save the waters, and this is not the only water project. There are many other projects also, but we are actually right now
we have only 5 minutes, right, or 10.
Yes,
you have to choose one. एक की बात करो, इसमें 5 steps.
Actually, what we have discussed in the group, that ma'am has suggested few things, that how the water is floating and how it's sinking is not we are not considering it, that we means how much of measurement is there, how much we have to use 1 drop, we have to use 2 drops.
That is an activity.
Yes, that is an
Float
activity.
and sink is an activity. Project वही हो सकता है जिसमें long term हो.
Yeah.
और
so there is
3 subject तो होने चाहिए एक project में, इनका connection.
Okay.
So if you are measuring how to save water, Okay,
Yes.
if we are planning a campaign to save water, then जहाँ एक नल लगा हो, जहाँ हर रोज बच्चे हाथ धोते हैं, तो उधर you can study. Okay, you can collect data, right? We want to save water while washing hands specifically. छोटू सा प्रोजेक्ट है, मॉड्यूल. इसके ऊपर कितने बच्चे हाथ धोते हैं, कितनी डेटा कलेक्शन, जैसे अपने प्लेन का किया ना. How many minutes do you keep the tap on? You can measure how much water is wasted in washing one hand. Who is taking the longest, who is taking shortest, least water, most water. उसका आप बता सकते हो कि देखो ये भी हाथ धोया, इसने भी हाथ धोया, क्या फर्क है? You do the total that if this person washes their hands 100 times, इतना पानी बचेगा. Multiplication. So maths आया. पानी क्यों बचाना चाहिए? First reason. तो
To
पानी
survive the human life.
fresh water, clean water, what is the purpose, and you can talk about that. So
Yes.
environment और maths तो आ गया. फिर you make a campaign, sales pitch. हाथ धोने का तरीका डिजाइन करो, तो आर्ट, डिजाइन, क्राफ्ट कुछ बना के ब्रोशर दे दो कि देखो आपको पता था. डिड यू नो मुहावरे क्या रिडल बोलते हैं ना, उखाना. So you use language in a different way. कि जब you keep some character, जैसे छोटा भीम.
Chota Bheem character.
Right.
And by using the animations, we can make show the creative means movies and innovative ideas to
That
the
makes
students.
activity a project.
Yeah.
Okay, chalo, I'm going to close breakout rooms. You be ready to present, ma'am. Whoever understood one person, you'll get 2 minutes. I have allowed you to share screen. If you have written something, you can show it. Otherwise, try to share in Hindi or English, not in Gujarati, because there are non-Gujarati log hai na idhar.
Yes.
Gujarati nahi hai. We should talk at least in a common language because they are here to know your ideas. आपके जानने के लिए. So group 1.
Yes, ma'am.
Renu ma'am, do you want to share?
Sona ma'am will share, ma'am.
Sona ma'am, okay, good.
Okay, so our subject name project title is water conservation.
No, where is the action word, sir? Ma'am, action word. Making a cup of tea. Making.
Save water.
Tell me, I will make them. What is the project? Making a solar cooker? Making a solar? Will the children make something?
Finding save water conservation.
Okay, finding ways to conserve water. So they are going to make something and find ways. But they will make something after finding ways, right, ma'am?
Yes.
Continue. Sorry for interrupting.
So finding save water, like first the point is that first is initial representations. So क्या होगा कि उसमें हम लोग ग्रुप बनाएंगे स्कूल में, ठीक है. ग्रुप बना करके बाद इनिशिएटिव लेंगे, उसमें एक लीडर होगा जिसमें कि हम उनको बोलेंगे कि आप साफ पानी और हाउ टू सेव, मतलब वाटर को आप कैसे सेव कर सकते हो, ठीक है. जो आपके स्कूल में अगर आप हाथ धो रहे हो तो आपके आसपास जहाँ पे आप टैप कर रहे हो तो पानी जो जा रहा है, हाउ टू सेव वाटर, उस पर हम कंजर्वेशन कर सकते हैं. फिर रिसर्च, उसमें बच्चा रिसर्च करने जाएगा कि अगर एक बच्चा, फॉर एन एग्जांपल क्लास फर्स्ट का बच्चा हाथ धो रहा है, 20 बच्चे हैं, तो उसमें कितने बच्चे हाथ धो रहे हैं, तो उसमें हमारा सब्जेक्ट हो जाएगा, मैथ्स इंक्लूड हो जाएगी, उसमें हमारी साइंस इंक्लूड हो जाएगी रिसर्च करने के टाइम पे, और लैंग्वेज इंक्लूड हो जाएगी. एंड देन प्लान ऑफ एक्शन. उसके बाद जब वो पूरा रिसर्च कर लेंगे बच्चे ग्रुप में, पीयर टू पीयर में, देन वो प्लान ऑफ एक्शन करेंगे. प्लान ऑफ एक्शन में आपका हो जाएगा कि वो प्लान करेंगे कि अब उन्हें वाटर को कैसे सेव करना है. फॉर एन एग्जाम्पल, अगर गंदा पानी है तो गंदा पानी कहाँ पे जाना चाहिए और कहाँ पे वो यूज हो सकता है. फॉर एन एग्जाम्पल, जो हाथ धोए हुआ पानी है वो कितनी बूंदे उसमें से निकल रही हैं और उस बूंदों में हम क्या कैरी में यूज कर सकते हैं हम उस पानी को, और यहाँ हम उसको स्टोर कर करके दोबारा उसको रिसाइकिल कर सकते हैं, समथिंग लाइक दैट. और उसके बाद हम एक्शन लेंगे. एक्शन में आपके आ जाएंगे, एक्शन में पॉइंट आपके आ जाएंगे कि डिस्कस पीयर टू पीयर ग्रुप, अब हम कैसे काम करेंगे. फिर एडमिन, डेटा एनालिसिस, आईटी का काम उसमें आ जाएगा. दीज आर द थिंग्स. उसके बाद लास्ट पॉइंट इज दैट रिफ्लेक्शंस एंड फीडबैक का हम करेंगे कि आपने ये जब काम किया तो आपको कैसा लगा। तो ओरल और रिटर्न में हम लोग फीडबैक लेंगे इन ग्रुप में ही डिस्कशन होगा।
Anything you want to add? Group में, do you want to add anything? What I understand that
ग्रुप में हाँ, ग्रुप में वो पोएम के थ्रू, चार्ट के थ्रू या आपका पोस्टर मेकिंग के थ्रू वो बता सकते हैं कि किस तरीके से हम फाइंड कर सकते हैं हाउ टू लाइक वाटर कंजर्वेशन कैसे कर सकते हैं।
So I am trying to say that your title can be creating awareness about importance of saving water, like a campaign.
Yes.
Right? Yes, Rick?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Anybody wants to give feedback? बाकी के group में से, would you like to give feedback?
Renu ma'am, if you want to add something so that you can add it.
Yeah, but others can give feedback, sir.
Yes.
किसी को feedback देनी है? तारिक सर, चेतना मैम, कैसे लगा? इसमें कैसा, क्या बात अच्छी लगी?
मैं देता हूँ। मुझे अच्छा लगा कि जब इन्होंने सब्जेक्ट वाइज भी किया कि यहाँ पे मैथ्स का इस्तेमाल हो जाएगा, यहाँ पे लैंग्वेज का हो जाएगा, और था माइंड मैप समझ में आ रहा था।
हाँ, थैंक यू। और वो भी एक one important aspect of a project is linked to real life. It has to be relevant to the child. Where's my Hindi page? It has to be relevant. मैं थोड़े शब्द बोल रही हूँ। Relevant को हिंदी में बोलते हैं प्रासंगिक। Okay, so प्रासंगिक होना चाहिए, फिर context में होना चाहिए. It should be contextual, मतलब व्यवहारिक. Please write it down because then it has to be hands-on. Rachanatmak, matlab the children should be making something. See, they are collecting data, they are measuring how much water, they are maybe pouring, doing, quantifying, right? Using, understanding volume and capacity, not with formula. इतना पानी यूज किया, 4 कप पानी यूज किया हाथ धोने के लिए. How much is 4 cups of water? It is real life experiential learning. That's what we mean. हर एक प्रोजेक्ट में it should be hands-on activities, प्रासंगिक, व्यवहारिक, रचनात्मक, then creative means अंतः विषय. नहीं, sorry, creative is रचनात्मक. Sorry. अंतः विषय means interdisciplinary, right? 2-3 subjects. Student centric. Do you see? Teacher is only telling them find out ways to save water. बच्चे कर रहे हैं, डेटा भी कलेक्ट कर रहे हैं, इंफॉर्मेशन ला रहे हैं, उसका इंटरप्रिटेशन क्या? अच्छा, आपने हाथ धोने के लिए 5 कप पानी का उपयोग किया, मैंने तो 2 कप में हाथ धो लिए. देखो, सो इट इज स्टूडेंट सेंट्रिक, मतलब बाल केंद्रित. फिर एक्सपीरियंशियल, अनुभवात्मक, और हियर इट इज प्रोसेस ओरिएंटेड, प्रक्रिया उन्मुख. प्रोसेसेस आने चाहिए. ये जो एक्टिविटी शब्द बोलते हैं वो थोड़ा मिसअंडरस्टूड है. When we use the word activity, it makes it very mundane, very ordinary. Processes are important parts. अगर if I'm making a cup of tea, I don't boil it. How will you like the tea? So boiling, but boiling can be an activity. I will put water and cooker and then boil kiya. Activity ho gayi. Nah, there also they learn boiling. But when they boil milk and this together, then they are watching, should I put sugar before, should I put sugar after? The boiling process in a project is very different. And that is how you have to keep in mind. Activities and processes are very, very different. Okay? Thank you for letting me go on. Number 2. Thank you. Very good ideas, sir. Group 2, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Who wants to go?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you. बोलिए. आपके title बताइए.
Making a.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Making a kitchen garden, ma'am.
Okay. What is
the first step? That is. Yeah, the purpose is the making kitchen garden. That is, in suppose we are making the kitchen garden in our school, so students get aware which type of plant can we can grow, and how the product we can get from the kitchen garden. So that is the purpose, ma'am.
Okay, nice.
Second thing, that is research. In research, we have to survey first the farm or the area where we are going to grow the plant.
Right.
So we have to see first the soil, ma'am. We will check the soil, whether we will first check the pH, whether it is acidic or basic. According to that, we can plant the plant, ma'am.
Right.
And after that, we can also visit the nearest agriculture office,
right?
Because they have a better knowledge than us, so we can go there
So
and ask.
visiting an expert.
वहाँ
and
जाके
see-
हाँ मैम
जी
Yes,
बहुत अच्छा
जी मैम
जी
वहाँ जाके हम उन लोगों को we can ask कि suppose our soil is acidic, so which type of plant is there we can grow better in big pH, so according to that we can plant, ma'am.
Nice.
जी मैम उसके बाद हम इंटरनेट पे जाके भी सर्च कर सकते हैं कि सपोज वी आर प्लांटिंग लेडी फिंगर, तो इंटरनेट पे जाके उसके क्योंकि nowadays so many information are there on the YouTube also, ma'am, on internet, so we can go through it, or we can go for the books also, ma'am.
Right.
Second thing, that is suppose we are seeing the health benefit, ma'am, तो हमें देखना पड़ेगा कि कौन कौन से प्लांट जो है हम एक ही तरह के प्लांट जो है वो नहीं लगा सकते, डिफरेंट टाइम के प्लांट लगा सपोज हम लगाते हैं, तो उसकी वजह से स्टूडेंट्स को पता चलेगा कि स्टार्च किस में से मिलता है, विटामिन किस में से मिलते हैं, तो प्रैक्टिकली थे कैन नो, मैम. Then मैम टाइप्स ऑफ द प्लांट में हम ये ले सकते हैं कि मेडिसिनल प्लांट्स कौन से हैं, देन रेगुलर बेसिस पे कौन से, तो इस टाइप पे हम टाइप्स ऑफ प्लांट्स को हम लगा सकते हैं, तो दिस इज आवर सेकंड पॉइंट, मैम. देन प्लान ऑफ एक्शन, मैम. प्लान ऑफ एक्शन में हम मेकिंग के लिए उसको देखना पड़ेगा कि कॉस्ट कितना लगेगा. अगर पानी की अवेलेबिलिटी है तो उसके हिसाब से हमें वहां पे लगाना पड़ेगा, और सपोज हमारे पास पानी नहीं है तो ड्रिप इरिगेशन वगैरह भी लगाना पड़ सकता है, तो उसके लिए हमें देखना पड़ेगा कि उसके लिए कॉस्ट कितनी लग सकती है, मैम.
Also they will measure na the land. They will measure the space, create area.
Yes, स्पेस भी हमें देखना पड़ेगा वो. और साथ हम यूटेंसिल भी देखना पड़ेगा कि कौन कौन से टाइप के यूटेंसिल हमको उसके लिए लगेंगे.
Tools, right.
और मैम उसके बाद जो है प्लान सेक्शन में ही इंग्रेडिएंट जो दिया हुआ है, तो इंग्रेडिएंट भी हम वो भी देखना पड़ेगा कि हमें सपोज की जो केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर है, मैम, तो वो हमें ज्यादा हार्मफुल होते हैं, तो उसकी वजह से हम ऑर्गेनिक फर्टिलाइजर ही यूज करेंगे.
So before you take a decision, plan में इसके पहले research आता है. You will research what type of fertilizer do we use, what ways to irrigate, how will we give water, which season we will plant, and all these things are the processes in planting from seed to plant, right? So each step will have some research. You don't need to give me details right now. The point is, in each one, we are going to have this process. And then they actually plan, they will select, okay, according to this, which is the best plant to grow. और फिर वो बनेगा तो क्या करेंगे इसके साथ? That also you will have to decide, right?
Okay.
What will they do with the lady finger?
लास्ट में जो सॉरी मैम, फोर्थ पॉइंट दैट इज एक्शन.
Yes.
हाँ, जो एक्शन में हम देखेंगे कि जो भी हमें प्लांट लगा तो उसका कितना जो रिजल्ट कितना है, तो वो हम एक्शन में देख सकते हैं, उसके अकॉर्डिंग टू हम फीडबैक ले सकते हैं, मैम. फिफ्थ वन दैट इज द रिफ्लेक्शन. एनालिसिस करना पड़ेगा कि हमने जो प्लांट लगाया था तो उसमें वेरिएशन क्यों आ रहा है रिजल्ट आने में. कुछ में कुछ ऐसे प्लांट है उसमें ज्यादा प्रोडक्शन आ रहा है, तो हमें देखना पड़ेगा कि व्हाट विल बी द रिजल्ट, रीजंस क्या है उसमें कि इसमें कम प्रोडक्शन आ रहा है, तो ऐसे करके हम बना सकते हैं.
Thank you. Okay. Can we have the next group? 3. Very nice, sir. Kitchen garden project, very well explained. Yes, Farzana ma'am, Pratik, Priyanka, or Urmila ma'am. Who would share?
Ma'am,
Farzana ma'am? Yes, thank you. What is the title? You can start with the title.
my project name is Celebration of Fair.
Okay. Having organizing, ma'am,
okay.
organizing a celebration by making a fair, conducting, organizing a fair,
Okay.
celebrate something, right?
Yes.
हाँ,
Yes.
मेला योजना करेंगे आप मेले की.
मेले की, हाँ.
Yeah.
तो इनिशियल
क्यों करेंगे? पर्पस क्या है?
the student know Indian culture, Indian festival,
Okay.
लैंग्वेज परिचय होगा उसका, ट्रेडिशन के बारे में जानेंगे.
Okay. Okay, culture and being aware of our own tradition and culture. Okay, then
research. तो हिस्ट्री जानेंगे. हिस्ट्री, ये मेला क्यों, किसके, कोई गॉड की बर्थडे होती, कोई मेन फेस्टिवल होता है, उसके दिन होता है होली, दिवाली, रक्षाबंधन, तो वो हिस्ट्री जानेंगे उसके बारे में.
Yes.
फिर वो क्या ये करेंगे कि इसमें क्या एंजॉयमेंट मिलेगा. रिसर्च, एंजॉयमेंट. फिर उसमें मेले में मैम अमुक जगह पे ऐसी एक्टिविटी होती है ट्रेडिशन ग्रामीण लोगों की.
अच्छा.
हाँ, वो उसके बारे में जानेंगे.
Search about tradition in the village.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Like what?
उर्मिला मैम.
What do you mean?
Yes, ma'am. उर्मिला मैम ने बताया था गांव में ऐसी स्पर्धा होती जब मेला होता है ना.
अच्छा. We are curious to know.
Yes, ma'am.
बताइए.
ग्रामीण ओलंपिक्स होती है.
Wow.
जैसे कि सुरेंद्रनगर जिला में तरनेतर का मेला होता है. उसमें जो गांव के जो परंपरागत जो खेल होते हैं उनकी स्पर्धाएं होती है. तो वहाँ जो आते हैं तो उनके जो मानव मन है, उनका मानव मन की जानकारी होती है, उसका लोक जीवन कैसा होता है, उनकी संस्कृति क्या पता चलता है.
ओके. सो ये सब
साथ आए लोगों की संख्या का भी पता चलता है.
अग्रीड मैम, उर्मिला मैम, समझ गए. ये जान के बच्चों को ये जो माहिती मिलेगी उसका उपयोग कैसे करेंगे? क्या वो भी अपने स्कूल में, अपनी शाला में ऐसी स्पर्धाएं रखेंगे, ऑर्गेनाइज करेंगे ऐसी स्पर्धाएं?
यस मैम.
अपनी तरीके से, अपनी पसंद की स्पर्धा. सो एक मेले का एक मॉडल है कि तरनेतर का मेला, उसमें एक ही मेला का भी रिसर्च कर सकती हो मैम. ओके. I'm telling the whole group. She finds difficult to share, but I'm telling the whole group that if there is something unusual, then you can study that in your project or take that as a model. कि इसमें स्पर्धा थी, इसमें कल्चरल ये था, खाना ये था, पहरवेश ये था. Then how will we organize and we plan our own activities? We plan our own races and all stuff. ठीक है? Thank you. You want to add anything, Farzana ma'am? या समझ गए? प्लानिंग, एक्शन वो कंडक्ट करेंगे और रिफ्लेक्शन करेंगे. ठीक है? क्योंकि टाइम कम है, एक और एक्टिविटी बाकी है. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर आइडियाज. यस, ग्रुप नेक्स्ट ग्रुप नंबर 4. ममता, राजू भाई, रुजू, खुशबू, would you like to go?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you. Ruju.
Yes, ma'am. Our idea is basically same, little bit same as the group second. They made a kitchen garden. We thought for a botanical garden, including all these factors.
Okay.
So mostly that's what explain all the things we have included in our project.
So what
just
is
only we can add that in research work we can.
Yes.
I was telling that we can add in the research part that some plants are used as a religious purpose also.
Okay.
For example, in some puja we use that banana leaf.
Yeah.
Or in Diwali we hang that asopala in our entrance.
Absolutely.
So
Beautiful. Beautiful. And you know, हाँ, यही चीजें होती है जो अपने कल्चर और ट्रेडिशन की, वी वांट टू पास ऑन द नॉलेज जो हमको हमारे एंसेस्टर्स ने दिया है, हमारी ट्रेडिशन और कल्चर में आया है, लेकिन वी आर फॉरगेटिंग इट. So how beautiful it is that while they are actually learning about plants, right,
Yes,
we can integrate other very valuable customs and tradition, और उनको knowledge आए कि ये चीजें भूल नहीं जाए. So ये आप जानकारी देंगे, फिर बच्चे इसको how will they apply it? Have you got any
Ma'am,
idea? How, what will they do with it?
From when I have studied, I know that बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे मेडिकल में जाने के लिए बोलेंगे कि मुझे डॉक्टर बनना है, but there are very less people who show their interest in the botany. जो लोग प्लांट्स की केयर करने के लिए करेंगे, तो if we show them the importance for this thing, so they will get some knowledge कि हम प्लांट्स के लिए कुछ करें, कैसे करेंगे, उनको कैसे संभालेंगे. After all, we need oxygen, and उसके लिए तो plants ही चाहिए.
So importance of trees as a living living kingdom, right? That why do you feel farmer is such an important person in our life? पेट कैसे भरेगा, right? And we want children not to run after technology only. Either रह के, but you must make it meaningful, and I think you have amazing ideas. Even औषधियां बनाने के लिए medicine after COVID, ये हल्दी का, तुलसी का, ये सब उपयोग, it has become so relevant, right? और आयुर्वेदिक दवाएं होती है. Thank you. Number 5 now, last group. Can we have your title, project presentation, please? Chetna ma'am, Jignesh, Parth, Suresh, Vaishali. Would you like to talk about your project, Parth, sir?
Ma'am.
Thank you.
Our project is based on pollution.
Okay.
इनिशियल प्रेजेंटेशन में हम सबसे पहले तो पोल्यूशन क्या होता है, कितने टाइप्स के पोल्यूशन होते हैं, फिर उससे क्या क्या इश्यू क्रिएट होते हैं, फिर हम कैसे उसको टैकल कर सकते हैं, वो सब प्रेजेंट करेंगे. फिर स्टूडेंट जो है वो रिसर्च करेंगे कोई लोकल विजिट से कि अपने आसपास कहाँ पे ये सब पोल्यूशन दिख रहा होता है. फिर बुक्स रिफर करेंगे थियोरेटिकल की, जिसमें टेक्सचुअल भी होता है कुछ. फिर इंटरनेट से वो लोग
एक्सपेरिमेंट भी तो कर सकते हैं ना, एक्सपेरिमेंट के कहाँ कहाँ ज्यादा प्रदूषण है, कौन सी जगह पे ज्यादा है,
फिर प्लान ऑफ एक्शन में हम रोल प्ले करवा सकते हैं. फिर पोस्टर्स बना के अवेयरनेस क्रिएट कर सकते हैं कि पोल्यूशन पे क्या क्या हो सकता है और वो सब.
So your project is to create awareness about how to reduce pollution.
Yes.
एक ऐसे कैंपेन जैसे उन्होंने पानी बचाने का प्रोजेक्ट बनाया, वैसे you can find ways and ask the students that you have recognized that there is so much pollution. What are you going to do about it? ये तो you are the future of our country, right? Of our earth. You are future citizens. So how will you make life better for yourself?
फिर एक्शन वाले सिनेरियो में स्टूडेंट्स जो है प्लास्टिक की जगह पे हम सपोज पेपर या क्लॉथ बैग यूज कर सकते हैं, तो वो भी बना सकते हैं. फिर वेस्ट जो है प्लास्टिक को बायोडिग्रेडेबल वेस्ट से अलग करके फिर उसके रिसाइकल, रीपर्पस और सॉरी रीयूज, रिसाइकल और रिड्यूस के 3 R को फॉलो करेंगे. और फिर लास्ट स्टेज जो है रिफ्लेक्शन, उसमें ग्रुप डिस्कशन, वो लोग क्या इसे.
वेरी नाइस. सो
मैम उनको प्रैक्टिकल करके भी बता सकते हैं स्कूल में ही. हम गार्डन में ही हम 2 गड्ढे खोदेंगे और एक गड्ढे में पेपर जो डिग्रेडेबल हो जाता है वो डालेंगे और एक गड्ढे में प्लास्टिक डालेंगे और उनको 15 दिन के बाद वो गड्ढा खोद के देखेंगे. फिर उनको बताएंगे कि वो 15 दिन के बाद ये सब चीजें डिकम्पोज हो जाती है और डिकम्पोज नहीं होती प्लास्टिक, वो भी बताते हैं.
This is one part of the research which becomes the plan of action and action. Research में क्या आएगा, ये प्रश्न आएगा कि what happens when we throw away our waste. And we have so many types of waste. You bring waste from home. You see there is a plastic bag and some banana peel and some light bulb टूटा हुआ. Then you plant all 3. and you see the difference, right? So this is how little experiment or activity can become part of a long-term project.
Yes, ma'am.
So आपके next task है, I need 10 minutes of your time. I will take 10 more minutes, okay?
Yes.
You have 5 groups, have thought of 5 titles of projects. Remember, you are going to write a title. You will not write title environment. You will not write title pollution. You will write a whole activity, creating awareness of how to reduce pollution, creating or organizing a campaign to save water, or making a compost pit, or making a kitchen garden, like that, okay? Abhi is project ke andar, you are going back for 5 minutes in the same group, and you are going to make a lesson plan of one activity. जैसे आपने ये जो बताया ना वैशाली मैम, आपने अभी क्या बताया? ये क्या बताया?
गार्डन, हम स्कूल के गार्डन में ही 2 गड्ढे खोद के,
हाँ 2 गड्ढे, हाँ बस stop, I forgotten. Okay,
yes.
This activity you will write in this format. Ajab, I will show you format for writing your plan of action of one lesson plan. ये आपका homework है, आप देख लीजिए, उसका फोटो खींच लीजिए.
Okay.
Oh, wait, we will see it, okay? Abhi 1 second.
Yes.
I feel like a doctor saying I'm not injection or multi just chalo. Okay, so can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
So first you will write the title, Pariyojana ka shirshak. So your project title is making a kitchen garden. Yeah, saving water, how to finding ways, organizing a campaign to save water. This project, this assignment is on the TISX platform. You do not have to post it on WhatsApp. Everybody pay attention. One last minute, Tariq sir. ये project, ये जो lesson assignment है, ये TISX का platform का assignment है. Then you'll have to write the topic, which is the subject you're talking about. So ये जो आप गार्बेज अलग अलग का वेस्ट प्लांट कर रहे हो मैम वैशाली, वो कौन से टॉपिक के अंदर आएगा?
Save earth from plastic pollution. चलेगा?
That is project title, but topic क्या है, विषय कौन सा है?
रिसर्च में लेंगे
ना. टॉपिक विषय क्या है मैम? कोई हेल्प करो हमें, विषय कौन सा है?
साइंस
मैम,
बायोलॉजी एंड एनवायरमेंटल स्टडी.
समझ गए वैशाली मैम कि ये टॉपिक इसके अंदर है कि बायोडिग्रेडेबल एंड नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल वेस्ट.
वो साइंस के अंदर आएगा मैम.
So you write both, right? Science as the subject and topic is biodegradable, non biodegradable waste, and conducting an experiment, right?
Yes.
It's an experiment. You can write all these details in topic. Then grade level, किस grade को पढ़ाओगे ये? किस level के बच्चे को पढ़ाओगे?
Hello ma'am.
I think 8th, 9th ma'am.
हाँ,
it is for the it is for the all students, ma'am. It's a very knowledgeable. So project this is for the all students.
6, 7, 8, 9 में थोड़ा थोड़ा तो सीख सकते हैं. But 8th is ideal, 7th, 8th is ideal. फिर number of students आपके कितने हैं वो लिखोगे. Duration of activity कि 2 lecture in 2 weeks, every day. कब, क्योंकि ये तो every day नहीं कर सकते, कुछ हुआ ही नहीं होगा, right?
Yes.
2 हफ्तों में 2 बार देखेंगे, right? क्या हुआ? और resources used. तो resources उपयोग किए गए संसाधन. क्या resource use करोगे आप? क्या रिसोर्स यूज करोगे आप?
वेस्ट लाइक
यस, यू विल ब्रिंग वेस्ट. बच्चों को बताएंगे ब्रिंग योर वेस्ट फ्रॉम होम.
हाँ, प्लास्टिक के ग्लास.
घर पे
मैम किचन वेस्ट,
हाँ
किचन वेस्ट भी लेंगे.
या इज देयर एनी नेक्स्ट पेज? या नेक्स्ट पेज, प्लीज टेक अ पिक्चर ऑफ दिस पेज. But it is on the TISX platform. Then you have to say what is your plan. Starter
Yes.
activity, main activity, or reflection. We have reduced your burden. We have divided the processes into 3 parts. What will be your starter? So maybe जैसे चिड़िया उड़ वाला plan था ना अपना, कि सब एक drawing कर लो, right? Something that flies, right? So here you can maybe ask them, draw some waste that you have find in your home. So everybody will draw different kinds of waste. Then you classify. समझ गए?
May I suggest something?
Of course, ma'am.
Actually, we can make a project. How many kinds of projects we can could involve in the biodegradable and non-biodegradable particular topic. So accordingly, then we will explain it to that. Okay, means what are the resources in the particular topic wise or particular subject wise or a particular project wise, means we could involve in the particular project. So I think in that way we could
But my
explain it.
question, what is my question? What will be
Your question is
activity?
how we will means what are the resources and how we are going to explain the project, means what
No, I asked what
how we will present that.
I said, what is your starter activity? I'm on the second question. What is your starter activity? Yes?
मैम स्कूल वाटर टैंक अगर मेरे को पानी का बनाना है.
हाँ. तो स्टार्टर क्या करोगे?
मैम स्टार्टर में ये करेंगे कि बच्चों को बोलेंगे कि आज आपको नोट करना है कि इंटरवल में आज आपको नोट करना है कि अगर आपका लंच ब्रेक होता है तो लंच ब्रेक में पानी जब बच्चे पीने जाते हैं तो कितनी बार वो कितने लोग पानी पी रहे हैं और कितने लोग वॉश कर रहे हैं. तो वो हमारा स्टार्टेड एक्टिविटी होगा. वहां से फिर हमारे पास
wait, that is that one where you draw, जैसे पंछी उड़ के बाद हमने जो किया, but initial representation, prior knowledge, वो
मैम
भी
उसमें ये हम ये कर सकते हैं कि अगर भरी हुई पानी की बोतल है तो भरी हुई पानी की बोतल या बाल्टी को हम बोल सकते हैं कि आपको ये पानी उठा करके लेके जाना है और एक को भरना है उसमें. तो देखना है कि एक खाली बाल्टी रखेंगे और एक भरी हुई बाल्टी रखेंगे. और उसमें से मतलब ग्रुप में डिवाइड कर देना है कि कुछ बच्चे पहले पानी भरेंगे फिर पानी को खाली करेंगे. तो देन वी कैन.
क्यों खाली करेंगे?
मतलब पहला तो उनको पता चल जाएगा कि खाली बाल्टी में उन्होंने कितना पानी भरा.
ओके,
ठीक है. जब क्योंकि एक बाल्टी तो पानी की उनके पास ऑलरेडी रहेगी, बट चिल्ड्रन गेट द आइडिया कि एक बाल्टी में कितना पानी आ सकता है.
So prior notion, so they can have a prediction like challenge. Okay, how many bottles do you think we will need in order to fill this bucket? Like that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's nice. That's a nice fun activity. Okay, so that way you have to plan a starter, a main, and a reflection. Then you have to list down materials and resources and support you need, and which are the subjects, and what learning outcomes and competencies you will cover. I hope you have taken a picture.
Yes.
Okay. This is there on the platform. So she will stop sharing, or we want to show you one list of project components. एक अच्छे project में क्या क्या होना चाहिए, इसका भी आप फोटो ले सकते हो and keep it as a reference point, जैसे criteria है ना, कि एक project का checklist है. Would somebody like to read? फरजाना मैम, क्या क्या होना चाहिए एक अच्छा प्रोजेक्ट, अच्छे प्रोजेक्ट में? Yes, फरजाना मैम. Who is there? Nayan sir, would you like to read?
Yes.
Should I read?
Yes, Nayan sir. Yes.
Then group dynamics.
Yes, group dynamics means pair में करेंगे, group में करेंगे, अकेले करेंगे, वो है.
Okay, ma'am.
Then yes. Okay. Number 4.
Fourth one, context.
So context का मतलब आप क्या समझते हैं? Context मतलब who wants to explain? Would somebody like to explain context?
मैम context मतलब व्यवहारिक मतलब
व्यवहारिक
हाँ yes. Next, differentiation means अलग-अलग तरीके से. Yeah, that you can pass. We will discuss it in the next session. 6, number 6.
Use of body.
हाँ. Then
Space.
हाँ.
Multi-sensual.
Right.
Experiential.
Experiential. Reflection होता है. These ones we do, but learner centered is important. Inquiry based, that they are finding out something. Okay, concepts होने चाहिए बस. बस सब मत पढ़िए. Creative होना चाहिए. Number 27. Okay. Purposeful. Number 29 and 30. सबसे important. है ना? It should be fun. Okay. बच्चों को इंटरेस्ट और मोटिवेशन होना चाहिए कि अभी तो हम ये करने वाले हैं, तो उनमें रुचि होनी चाहिए. Why are we doing this? Right? So they should be interested. Thank you. So ideally हम एक ग्रुप में रखने वाले थे कि आप सब मिलके प्लान करें. But you know that you all have mentors. Is anybody here who doesn't know who the mentor is?
Ma'am, me, Ruju. I don't know my mentor.
So Ruju, you will stay back, and when we finish, when I end the session, you stay back. We will talk. Okay? But
okay, ma'am.
Farzana, you want to say something? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, Mamta. I also don't know my mentor's name.
Who is this?
Mamta Solanki.
Okay, Vejalpur, Mamta Solanki. Wait, I've noted your name. And who is this? Eklavya Model Residential School. ये आप कहाँ से है? I mean your name. Who is this?
Ma'am, Anita ma'am.
हाँ.
Yes, मेरा फोन में प्रॉब्लम है मैम,
तो मैं दूसरे से ज्वाइन हुई.
हाँ, so you're Farzana only. Farzana, but I thought where is she gone? Okay.
मैम होती जो मैं,
मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है.
Okay, I know. Thank you so much. बहुत बहुत आभार that you have participated. और अगर आपको कोई भी problem है, तो you can contact us or you can put a question on the group. What is your task today? बताइए. How do you feel after seeing that making a cup of tea वाला video देखा, mapping देखा? तो I want those who have not spoken, like Vijay sir, Vejalpur वाले, Tariq sir, कैसे लग रहा है? Mamta ma'am, Suresh sir, do you feel? Mamta ma'am, yes. Can you share in 1 or 2 words? आपको कैसे लग रहा है? Understanding of what is a project. Can you share, please?
Yes, ma'am. I have understood about the project, how we can do the different type of projects according to our subjects.
Okay.
We have got many ideas from this webinar.
Very nice. Happy. Link of the video. So आज के जो the video you saw, making a cup of tea, there is a link in the chat. Please copy the link so that you can see the whole video again. कुछ भी समझ ना आए तो you can see the video. Okay, who else would like to share? Part sir, Vijay sir? Which part of this would you like to have in your own classroom? आप क्या ले जाना चाहेंगे इसमें से, आज के discussion में से? As a teacher, which is your subject?
Science, ma'am.
तो आप इसमें से क्या ले जाना चाहोगे आपके क्लासरूम में?
Rather than teaching with a traditional, if I will teach with the activity-based learning, a student can understand proper way. What mean a teacher want to
कौन
convey
सा
a message
प्रोजेक्ट,
to the
कोई
student?
लेसन प्लान आपको प्लान करना है और ये लेसन प्लान नेक्स्ट वीक इम्प्लीमेंट करना है, छोटा सा, जिसमें स्टार्टर हो, मेन एक्टिविटी हो, रिफ्लेक्शन. You are all supposed to have one lesson according to experiential learning, and then you write about it. Can you do that, all of you? Can you do that? Usme any question you have, you contact us. You put a question. I'm stuck here. What starter I can't make out? Anything. Whole week. but you implement and think right away. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye bye. Namaste.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye.
All the best. Best of luck. फोटो लेना फोटो है ना बच्चों का एक्टिविटी करते हुए स्टेप्स
अनीता जी मैं तारिक मैं पहली बार ये अटेंड किया तो मुझे तो कुछ भी पता नहीं था अचानक से हमारे ऑफिस की टुटुल दी मैं एकलव्य फाउंडेशन से हूँ
हाँ
तो टुटुल दी ने मुझे लिंक शेयर किया और कहा कि तुम अटेंड करोगे तो हम इस पे आगे बात करेंगे तो अब वो आगे क्या बात करेंगी वो वही बताएंगी लेकिन क्या मुझे मेंटर चूज करना चाहिए और आगे मुझे क्या करना है मुझे कुछ पता नहीं है
हाँ अग्री क्योंकि मेंटर have already been chosen.
Okay.
So I will ask them कि आपके लिए क्या कनेक्शन है किसके साथ कनेक्ट करवाना
बिल्कुल
but which you are in which in Gujarat only
no is मध्य प्रदेश भोपाल एकलव्य फाउंडेशन
oh और पहला वेबिनार नहीं अटेंड किया है
नहीं किया था मैंने
बट आप कोर्स में तो एनरोल्ड हो कि नहीं हेलो
हाँ
हाँ आपको एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग के बारे में कुछ पता नहीं है
नहीं पता है लेकिन इस कोर्स में मैं एनरोल नहीं हूँ
ओके
एकलव्य के साथ इतना लंबा काम कर रहा हूँ मैं तो वो मुझे पता है
सो आई वाज टोल्ड मुझे बताया गया था कि 4-5 ऐसे नए पार्टिसिपेंट मे बी बिकॉज यू हैव मे बी शायद यू आर लकी दैट यू हैव बीन चोजन कि आप ग्रेस्प कर पाएंगे अंडरस्टैंड कि आपको रुचि है आप कई कारण होते हैं सो आई एम हैप्पी टू हेल्प यू
थैंक यू
आप ये जो फोटो लिया हो तो ये प्रोजेक्ट के जो स्टेप्स है वो you can write and I will ask the facilitator to add you to the group.
Thank you.
Okay, तो तारिक who all are there like this? आप जैसे कितने हैं? आपको पता है आपका एक ग्रुप है कि आप अकेले हैं?
मैं अकेला हूँ.
Okay, thank you. We will follow up.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, bye. Who else is there who has come for the first time? I think learning fields they are there too. Vishnu and Agnes. Learning.
We are first time,
Yeah,
as in
yes.
we just came in to observe.
Oh my God, sorry, we have been shouting.
Yeah, sorry, what?
I said I've been shouting at the top of my voice. When I hear your calm voices, I feel like I've been screaming these 2 hours. But anyway.
Well, I think your role necessitated that, perhaps.
Yes, perhaps. But it's so nice to hear from you in the sense that you were there all the time and maybe you got an insight. Thank you for sharing the video.
I have a colleague there, Agnes Joseph, who was showing the video or something.
Absolutely. Very grateful we got stuck with our technology. So
that's okay. I think we just it was just that moment when it happens everywhere. It happens in webinars a lot of times. So I thought maybe I can just quickly jump in because Gayatri had sent the link.
Yes, absolutely wonderful. And any feedback for us? Was it coherent? My question or my concern is that I had to go at different levels with different learners and levels. So was it coherent to somebody who's not aware of experiential learning?
I think it went on. If I connect with the model that you were presenting, it made a lot of sense to see the model and to see all the activities that you were talking about, how they were fitting into the model. Just personally, I felt that when I have interacted with teachers and people at this level, sometimes showing them like a lot of the things you were showing them already. But if someone could just plot them alongside while you are sharing, that, you know, oh, this one became reflection and this one became the starter activity. So someone can just write it next to it, like on a whiteboard or something, and present it.
Yeah.
That
So
would
we can
sort
put a
of,
picture because my colleague's been doing that. She'll share the screen.
yeah.
But you have plotted the sequence. I don't know if you've plotted. See, there you go.
No, I think what Agnes is saying is that it has to be done when it is visible to everybody, so they can see how it integrates with the model.
Alongside the model. Oh,
Yeah. So the idea is to for people to develop a framework of project-based learning or project, and being able to see whatever they're contributing or suggesting or planning fits into the model. Because one overarching concern that was quite visible from your sharing is that whatever they say, whether they are following the model or not. Okay, that's one thing that you kept insisting on, right?
Yes.
But what would you do? What would we do as trainers or as, let me put my video on so that you don't look at blank screen. Yeah. So what as trainers, what would I do to make that happen? To enable people to keep making the connections with the model. So that's an important part of the work. I mean, that's
yes. So
also,
it
I
requires
think
a
there is
little
one
bit more technological skill on my part to how do you annotate?
not
How do I do
necessarily.
that?
So maybe just someone else from the team while you are sharing, and someone else from the team can put up a whiteboard over there. So Zoom has a whiteboard feature.
Yes, we do. We use a whiteboard. I'm talking about that yellow model.
So the same model, if you just wrote the steps, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and alongside the step, you just wrote down what each group was sharing.
Yes, got it.
What we would generally do in order for people to get hooked to or to really see the model alive is to build it from their contribution, from their sharing, rather than present the model, but build it from their sharing, prompted by questions that one would ask, or some experience reflecting question after an experience. I'm sure they have had. I mean, right now, we are not in the know of what exactly has happened before and what is after, so we can only give whatever was visible today. I mean,
we did a similar, created an experience from starter, icebreaker to initial representation. They experienced it last time. And then they analyzed it, like what, how, why. So why did we do tapping our body for brain gym, whatever? Why did we do this? And so they themselves saw the 5 steps. But they were in a lesson rather than in a project. Today was from particular to global, that how would these processes look as part of a whole project? Because they're each coming up with pollution, environment, their topics. They're still teaching to...
Yeah, so one of the things...
What do I do?
No, I like the activity, although I'm still figuring out whether my brain, both sides have connected or interconnected. Oh no, this one I got. This one I got, okay?
Yeah,
so this one I got, okay. At that time I was able to do. No, I'm just... well, I mean, I think our approach is generally that whatever you do, it has to hook into the framework. So that's one important thing. I mean, I think we emphasize a lot on developing this schema, I mean, of people. So that's one part. But another thing which I would, I don't know, in the smaller group, some people said that they attended first time. I think a lot of the testing of the pudding happens when you break them into smaller, the rooms, and then see what they do there. Okay, so Tariq, who was first timer, all right, because of his background, he was the one who was leading the whole thing, and he didn't even have any background in order. So it's very interesting how, and the others who were probably been part of the program did not really speak, except one girl, Ruju, who was very articulate and very active in that. But I was just thinking that how do we, because one of our major concerns, that's one of the reasons why I recommend that we do a lot of experiential learning workshops ourselves. We do, I mean, we have project-based learning, created curriculum and complete thing. We prefer to to do it face to face rather than this. This is, you know, but your structure.
Language is an impediment when it's online and when you're dealing with, you know, tribal schools across India with different backgrounds.
Yeah, I mean, we don't see much of the evidence of tribal background in these teachers. They seem fairly articulate, fairly knowledgeable, most of these. So we were also thinking that, okay, where are the tribal teachers? But these teachers are very informed. They're very bright people. I'm very happy to see very.
By way of language, I meant the tribal because the exposure to English is not as much as we would have in a rural setting.
तो bilingual करना चाहिए, bilingual. I think आपने बोला भी था और actively Hindi English का होना चाहिए.
But if they were all Gujarati, imagine how far they would go if it was a regional language. How far they would understand if I knew their regional language. Right? It's Gujarati, but if it was any other one, they would go much further. If we could provide
possibly, but it would also limit the interaction. See, I think one of the important benefits or advantage of this kind of group is that you really get people.
I lost you. We cannot stand here.
Bring in their exposures.
Yes. We lost him. Let us see. I've lost your, maybe now you're connected. So any feedback for us besides? But I'm just saying, like, as a facilitator, time-wise, okay, what I was supposed to do, we missed the video, we wasted time. I was supposed to
I think we should do,
once again.
We should do the feedback thing ourselves. I mean, not when everybody is present here. There are a lot of people who are still there.
Yes,
so we could do that where Gayatri and Bobby and others are involved. Because I think also I think it's time, is it?
It is. Thank you. I got carried away.
All right, bye-bye. No, I'm happy. I mean, I'm more than happy. Thank you for letting us observe. This was first time I got a sense. Maybe we should ask the teachers more critically. If they can you all light yourself up? Switch on the videos. Videos chalu karo na. Oh, dekho, this important, you know. It's so much nicer to see the faces. Okay.
अगर इंटरनेट का कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं हो तो वीडियो ऑन करते हैं तो हमें लगता है कि इतनी सामने कोई है, एक कनेक्शन बनता है ना. तो आपको क्या लगता है हमारे लिए फीडबैक के हमारा वेबिनार के पीछे जो ध्येय है कि connection between what is there on the platform or what you experience with us. We plan activities which helps you to experience what we're talking about. So, कैसा लगता है आपको? Understanding, is it deeper through the webinar after doing unit 1 and starting to do unit 2, right? How is the connection? What is your question? You can ask a question.
Yeah, let me ask one simple. Let me make it simpler. So, so are people going? I just need to see faces. नहीं दिख रहे हैं. Hello.
Yes, sir. Ruju ma'am. कौन है? इधर है? Can we ask you one
ज्यादातर
question?
लोग चले गए हैं
Yes,
हाँ
ma'am.
I think
They are there, but they are just there.
okay
You can ask a question in English and
हाँ
Hindi. Thank you.
हाँ मैं थोड़ा सा जानना चाहता हूँ जो आप लोग एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग जो भी आप समझते हैं एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग से है ना या प्रोजेक्ट बेस्ड लर्निंग इज बेसिकली एक मॉडल एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग थियरी पे आधारित है ठीक है आप लोग सब सुन रहे हैं सुन पा रहे हैं मेरी बात को मैं आपसे सिर्फ एक चीज जानना चाहता हूँ इतना सारा जो आपने किया उसमें कौन सी एक चीज आपको एक्सपीरियंशियली या एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग को जो आप समझते हैं उसके हिसाब से पावरफुल लगी हो है ना what was one thing which appeared very powerful for you from the experiential learning perspective ठीक है
Sir, maybe I guess that the involvement of the students is the main thing, because when we teach only in the class with a pen and a paper or a chalk or a board,
okay
the student
आज के सेशन में
okay.
कोई भी एक्टिविटी के पीछे behind any project there should be a purpose why we are doing it why is important
okay lovely thank you
you're welcome sir
I want to hear more
आप समझे? Are you there? Those who are still connected, आप अगर इधर हो तो वो पूछ रहे हैं कि आज के जो वेबिनार की सीक्वेंस थी या जो भी आपने बातें की इसमें ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग से जुड़ा हुआ पावरफुल आइडिया या पावरफुल एक्सपीरियंस कौन सा था? कोई एक चीज जो आपको ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग से जुड़ी हुई लगी, कौन सा, कैसा अनुभव किया? You can even talk about the first webinar because in that we did the whole process. Maybe Ruju ma'am and all, you want to link to the first webinar as well. We can put it in context. Yes, Urmila ma'am. वो तो पूरा एक्सपीरियंशियल क्लास ही था, आज तो प्लानिंग का वीडियो था, वेबिनार था।
जो आज प्रोजेक्ट मैम प्रोजेक्ट की और एक्टिविटी की बात की तो उनके अनुरूप हम बच्चों को कक्षा में ये करवा सकते हैं और ज्यादा ये बेहतर करे उसके लिए उनको प्रोत्साहित करेंगे।
कौन सी एक चीज ऐसी लगी जो ज्यादातर एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग से जुड़ी हुई लगी? पावरफुल एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग किसमें लगा आपको सबसे ज्यादा?
रिसर्च मैम।
ओके, क्यों?
आइडिया जनरेशन।
सुरेश सर, आप बोलना चाहते हैं?
मैम रिसर्च इसलिए शायद कि वो लोग एक दूसरे से इंटरेक्ट करेंगे, कहीं ना कहीं से कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन गैदर करने का ट्राई करेंगे फ्रॉम वेयर दे कैन, कहीं से भी किसी को भी पूछेंगे तो दे विल इवन इंटरेक्ट विद ईच एंड एवरी पर्सन, तो उनको थोड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग लगेगा, नहीं पता होगा वो जानने भी मिलेगा।
True. All these are parts of experiential learning. Mamta ma'am, would you like to share your idea?
मैम आई थिंक जो हमने फर्स्ट प्रोजेक्ट में जो आपने वो कप ऑफ गुड टी में फर्स्ट स्टेप लिया था इनिशियल रिप्रेजेंटेशन, तो वो जो एक एक्सपीरियंस था बच्चों के बीच में कि अगर वो रोल प्ले करेंगे, कोई ना कोई गेम करेंगे, क्विज करेंगे, तो भी वो मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि कहीं ना कहीं वो कनेक्टेड है एक्सपीरियंस लर्निंग से, वो कहीं ना कहीं कनेक्टेड है कि जैसे वो लोग खुद करेंगे रिप्रेजेंट तो उनको ज्यादा वो याद भी रह सकता है।
Yes, connecting, contextual, relevant to their own lives. है, तो ज्यादा जल्दी समझ में आएगी और याद भी रखेंगे. Or they see learning is everywhere around you. You know, the goal of that is experiential, and also it's hands-on. We don't just use our ears or tongue, but we use the whole body to learn that. That is by doing. We learn by doing, which is, but it's still not just activity-based, but अनुभव से जुड़ा हुआ. There's a difference between activity-based and experiential. वो भी थोड़ा धीरे धीरे आपको इसका difference मालूम पड़ेगा. Sir, any feedback or any comments? Anybody? Ruju ma'am is ready, I think. Yes?
No, ma'am, nothing.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much for staying back to discuss. है ना? बहुत बहुत आभार. Thank you. Bye bye. See you next time.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much. Bye-bye.
I definitely want to appreciate Ruju and Tariq is not here. Very very proactively involved teachers. I'm sure the others were also there, but
Yeah.
वो small group में जो हम लोग थे, so we'll be able to.
Yes.
Very thoughtful,
Thank you, sir.
thoughtful person. Very.
Thank you, sir.
Very encouraging to have you observe us, for me too and them too. Thank you for your feedback.
Thank
you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
So those, we will be in touch with you about the mentor. We've noted
Yes,
down the names, huh?
Yes,
We'll
ma'am.
have to find out through them. So maybe you can end just now, or we will put it on the group. अब देख लेना. Okay?
Okay.
Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.